interviewing hundreds, if not thousands, of successful entrepreneurs, one of the common threads is you need to hire help to grow. You gotta let go of doing it all yourself if you want to be able to expand your reach, your impact, and your income. Hi, I'm Melanie Benson Strick, and I'm known as America's leading small business optimizer. And this podcast is dedicated to helping you learn the little things that you can do better to get a huge result in exchange. And today we're going to talk about hiring a team, but not in the way you think. This isn't just a lecture on why you need to hire a VA or an employee, but this is about how to hire the right help so that you can get the best results. And it's interesting that over probably over 100 episodes of the Small Business Optimizer show and all the clients I've worked with over the years and friends that I've had all over the business at different levels of success, one thing stands as a common thread. If you want to grow bigger, you have to hire help. And hiring the right help is a pivotal piece of the equation of getting things off your plate. Now, what a lot of people mistakenly do is they just rush to fill a void. They hire the first person that makes them excited or that they feel gets them or that somebody recommends. And it's a really colossal mistake in your hiring process, whether you're getting a VA to just take email off your plate or you're hiring an employee that you want to keep with you for a long time. You have to go through a good hiring process. But there's actually another little nuance that I didn't learn till much later in my growth process, and that is many people hire the help they can afford instead of the help that will actually liberate them from the grind of that task and be autonomous enough to help them get the results they need. And what ends up happening is you turn into a really, really stressed out manager instead of experiencing the freedom and the independence that allows you to stay creative and tapped into your vision and being able to move the business forward where you want it to go. And interestingly enough, having taught my Build Your Dream Team program for years, you can really rationalize to yourself that you can't afford the help that you need the most. So it feels like a conundrum, right? What do you do about that? Well, there's a lot of wisdom that I've heard from people who are making 7 figures and beyond. This was definitely what my experience was as I got into the higher levels of 6 figures and into 7 figures, and that is the team you have that gets you past the first 6 figures will not be the team that gets you beyond 7 figures. And that's because almost always you are evolving the sophistication of your processes. The type of clients that you serve are probably growing as well. It's shifting and you're going to have different needs. The type of offerings you have and the programs and the level of support that requires from your team will change dramatically. But most importantly, here's what really changes: you. And you will become the bottleneck to greatness if you are having to manage all these people all the time. Because guess what? You're still not doing the thing that you were born to do if you're managing people and projects. But yet learning to let go can feel really challenging. It's one of the reasons why in the Awaken Leadership program, and when I teach the Stop Being the Bottleneck to Your Greatness, we focus on how to let go in a way that allows you to be profitable and keeps some control in place so that you don't lose track of what's happening in your life. So here's some of the pieces of the puzzle that you need when you're ready to expand your team and to hire the level of support you need to grow to the next level. First and foremost, think, can this person be autonomous or will I have to direct them? What they're charging will be your first clue. But secondly, have they ever done it before? Do they have experience? How much are you going to have to train them? Are they going to be able to give you guidance on what needs to be done, or do they require step-by-step instruction every piece of the way? That's a huge indicator whether you're hiring someone that will do what you tell them, or if they really can be autonomous and take things off your plate. Secondly, you need to look at how you're training people. Are you giving them authority and decision-making power and the ability to handle things without needing to come back to you? Sure, you got to get through the training process. And of course, you want them to demonstrate capability and capacity before you let go of the reins. But If you are trying to hold on to everything super tight and they aren't going to have any autonomy, then the person that you hire who has the capability will never be allowed to grow at the level that they need to. Third, how are you paying people? You know, there's an interesting little insight into growing teams, and that is oftentimes people who require a lot of management want to be paid by the hour. But people who have the ability and the expertise to really take you where you need to go, they're going to be more tied into incentives. So you can look at unique ways to pay them so that if you think you can't afford your team, maybe you can, but you need to change the way you're paying them, or you need to change the model of how you're going to compensate them for the long term. So these are some things to think about to get the team you need instead of struggling with people that are causing you to work way more in the business than you want to and keeping you from doing the things that you need to. Now, I've got a lot more that I can share with you. I would encourage you to come check out the resource at builddreamteam.com, because inside there, if you're struggling with how to take your team to the next level, we might need to get back to some of the core basics to go from 6 to 7 figures with the right team. And learning how to hire and having the right systems and the right structures can go a long way to helping you. So it's a really powerful resource that you can check out there to help you be able to hire the best people to get the best results. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this insight today into the kind of team you really need and how to get there. Stay tuned. Next week, we've got another really, really fantastic guest, and we're going to dig into some important stuff about how to catapult your results. But in the meantime, I'd love to hear your thoughts and insights. What did you learn today? What are your tricks on hiring the right people? What's the big aha? Come on over to the blog at melaniebensonstrick.com, and you can just type in hiring the right team, and in the search, if I'm not right here on the main blog site. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Okay, we'll see you again next week. Bye for now.